Hey guys, so I just filmed the tutorial using the new Semi-Sweet Chocolate Bar Palette, and as promised, I decided that I would do a sort of review comparison of the first and second one. So we're gonna get into that. I didn't want to waste a whole lot of time in that tutorial talking about that. I'm gonna kind of share with you guys some differences, some interesting differences, some of my thoughts and opinions, but really, as with anything, it's just gonna always come down to your personal preference. And while they're not incredibly night and day different, they are different. And you guys know how much I love the original Chocolate Bar Palette and how like crazy passionate I am about it, because every time I see these, I like have to smell them and they're just delicious. And the second one is just as delicious. And I've also got into the chocolate bronzers recently as well. Okay, but that's another story. All right, so this is the original. Looks like this. The little color that's in it is this purple, although it doesn't look that out of place because you've got some sort of plummy shades in here already. So, makes sense. The Semi-Sweet is a little lighter. The packaging color is a little lighter. And, of course, it's got that crazy blue that I really, when I first saw this palette, thought, what a gimmicky, like, joke. I do not like that. But when I actually got it in person, I was like, okay, this I love. So I've really been enjoying it. And I did do a look with the blue. So you can see that the blue actually, to me, the blue actually works and I really enjoy it. And I'm not a blue eyeshadow person, so it's a beautiful, beautiful blue. Side by side, you can kind of hopefully see the tones in them a little better. This one, the new one, is described as being sort of a richer, warmer version of the two, or a deeper, warmer version of the two. Yeah, there's that black and there's like a dark, the hot fudge color. But I mean, I wouldn't look at it and say, I mean, looking at them side by side, the colors do look a little deeper, but it's just different, I would say. I like how both have like good tan blending colors. This one still has a few of those plummy, like taupey shades. Not as many like plum colors as this one. Obviously, you've got that purple, but this one had like some more like, it's almost like cranberry-ish even, like plum shades. This one has some more taupey type shades, but also some warmer shades. And then it still has like a nice golden shade. This gold is a lot warmer than the one that was in this one. This is more like a bronze. And I like that it's got a good mix of matte and shimmery shades. I also really like how they do these sparkly shades like this one. These that are really smooth and almost matte, but they're like, they've got that beautiful shimmer to them. The payoff is beautiful on all of them. It's nothing that I feel the need to like swatch and like go through each one, because the colors come off pretty much as you see them. For me, I just think that would kind of be a waste to go through all that. But yes, and just beautiful colors. It's the same idea as the first. It's got these two highlight shades, one in a more like shimmery, a little warmer though than this one, because I never really used this one that much in the first one. And then it's got this one that is very similar to the first. Something I do like more about the second one is that the actual color names are printed on the packaging. The first one came with that sleeve that went over it that I actually kept on it a long time, that had the names of the colors, but then I ended up ditching it just because it was just too much trouble to go through every time. So I do like the fact that they printed the names on them. The mirrors are pretty much the same. As far as the actual packaging goes though, I thought it was interesting because if you have one of the original Chocolate Bar palettes, you can see that it's a lot thicker than how they repackaged the new ones. And they even have repackaged the new original ones to be thinner as well. Something else that's a little interesting, and I don't even know what made me look at this, because you'd think that it was the same amount of eyeshadow, which it is more or less. It's not like a drastic difference, but all of, when you look at the actual like amount that you get, all of these smaller shades are the exact same from the first to the second, but these two larger shades, you get a smaller amount than you did in the first. So I don't know why they did that. It's still $49 just like the first one. Still has that smell that I like. Something else that I like that they did with the packaging now, and again, like I said, they have repackaged even the original ones, but they made it to where, you know, if you were gonna sit it, the mirror kind of sits up nice. So that's not, I mean, it's not a huge deal, but it is a little different in that I think that they changed some things for the better. So I do like that it's a bit more sleek. It shuts the same with the same like magnet, and I do like that it's sort of like a metal-y, reminds me of like a pencil case or something like from elementary school. But I do like the packaging on these. I think that, you know, they're easy to keep clean. They're not gonna get like gross looking. You can wipe them off. You can not worry about them getting messed up or about your eyeshadows getting crunched. It's just not hard to get into or anything. Something that I do enjoy also about the new one, the old one had this pink color that was kind of like this Pepto pink color that I never really used that much. It's a pretty brightening pink, but it is pretty pink. It's not like, I mean, if it was just a little lighter, it might be a little better and a little more brightening, but I like that the pink that they put in this one had some iridescence to it, and I used it on my inner corner, and it was really, really pretty for this look. I love this rum raisin, is that what it's called? Yeah, this rum raisin, like taupey shade. That's like one of my favorite shades. This cocoa chili color is like completely gorgeous with these gold sparkles. I also really like that it includes a black. All palettes I don't think need a black necessarily, but I really like it when they have one because I do like using black eyeshadows just to even like finish off my liner and stuff. So I really love that. And I'm a huge fan, obviously, of these tan blending shades, like I mentioned a minute ago, and I do like that this one has one as well, although it's just a tad bit warmer and maybe a teensy bit more orangey. I used it today and it works. I mean, it's kind of like a soft brownish color. Completely gorgeous. I just can't even say which I would recommend. There are pros and cons to both. I do like having both because I feel like between the two of them, it has every perfect eyeshadow shade that I could ever imagine. While yes, there are some more warmer shades in this one, and like they do describe it as being warmer, I would almost say that I feel like this one is kind of cooler in that it's got like some of these more taupey shades and you know, like that pudding shade or pudding, and these over here and some of these other, I don't know, I feel like it's a good mix of both, and I think that's what I've always really loved about these. I think when you honestly look at this one, most of these colors look warmer than those, but that's what I love about these palettes is that there's a mix of both. It's not just like one palette that's cool shades or one palette that's warm. I think to do a good eyeshadow look, you've got to have a mix of like all different things, and I think that they've done a great job with both of these. So, like I said, this was not something that I even wanted at all, but I'm so glad that I have it now. I just really love these. I think that you really can't beat the formulas. They swatch perfectly. Like I said, I mean, I could go through and swatch them, but what you see is pretty much what you get. I mean, they're just gorgeous, gorgeous shades. So, there's so many different things that I'm wanting to do with this. Like I said today when I did this tutorial, the blue was just the first thing that popped into my mind because the blue is the color that I think when most people see this palette, they just go to that blue and they either love it or they hate it. And for me, I kind of hated it, so I really wanted to do something with it, and it made me love the palette even more because I really love how the blue turned out. But if you do pick one of these up, I've got so many tutorials planned, and like I mentioned in that last video, I'm just more inspired, not just by this, but just lately I've just liked the idea of doing more tutorials. I just go in phases where sometimes that's the last thing that I want to do is a tutorial. I love doing videos, but an actual tutorial I sometimes just do not want to even mess with. But I've got so many great ideas for this, and I'm really excited about it. So if you pick one of these up, just know that we'll be using it a lot in the future. Look out for more of these tutorial videos coming up. Like I said, I've got a lot of good things planned. And the baby is like pressing on my lungs something crazy right now. Like I'm so out of breath. It's so weird. I keep having to stop to catch my breath. This is like the worst it's ever been. I think she's about ready to bust out of here. But anyways, I hope that y'all enjoyed the video. If you do want to see this tutorial, I will link it below so you can check that out and see some of these colors in action. And yeah, I hope that you guys found this helpful, and I'll talk to you very soon. Bye.